clean-hearted fun. That's fine. Should we play some D&D where these things never happen?
Got clean-hearted fun. Yeah, they don't. You're right.
We can commit genocide and not feel bad.
I'll find a way of making you feel bad. It's fine.
It's hard to make Tor feel bad. That's why he's chaotic. Burn a forest down. I might feel sad then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't burn it down.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had to go through some notes to remember exactly where you were because it's been a few weeks. Absolutely.
We're in Borrella, if I'm right.
You are in Borrella. You are at the Northern Gate. And so you have met with Captain Geitel. You have met with, the mayor of the town. You have met with, most recently, Simon Claxton, who's a young lieutenant stationed at the military outpost in the town of Borrella, who has outfitted you with horses, with a map of the area, with some information about military movements in the area, although whether it is a complete picture or not is for yourselves to settle. And you have been instructed to go to Hail Gwyed to meet with a priestess, the priestess in the Temple of Dawn, named Hessine. You haven't been able to find out much information about that, but it's been implied to you that riding through the night, getting there quickly, might not be the best way to do it. But it also, and that only certain points of day will grant you access to the temple. The countryside to the north is turned up, dressed with pikes, spikes, traps, and blockades that suggest that travel might be hindered. As to what else is moving out there, it's difficult to say. Reports are spotty, and the flow of refugees, escaping civilians, and returning soldiers has slowed somewhat of late. One thing is certain, Wellston has fallen. I promised you all that I would remember the name of the wizard mayor in the town of Wellston. It has been reported to you by one of the escapees, who is the Order of the King's Hand. Her name is Annabelle, and the wizard's name is Sam Henrys. He is a halfling. I'll try not to make it too confusing, so if we all call him Mr. Henrys, that means we know we're not referring to the player named Gronon.
The player named Gronon. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, absolutely. The player named Gronon. But before we do anything else, can I ask Jethro to make a perception check, please?
Ooh.
$15 total. Okay. Jethro's a disciplined individual insofar as his nature is probably quite sloppy, and he has learned discipline over time. He's layered kind of systems of behavior. This sounds kind of right. He's a slovenly drunkard with decades of discipline and good habit hammered in over the top. And both sides of that emerge. You brush your pockets, pat yourself down. One of half a dozen times a day, you will probably do it as you prepare to mount this horse. With a 15, something strikes you as a little off. I mean on yourself.
Check pockets.
No. The warmth on your chest is not what's... you have experienced this before with the letters, and as you reach in and check, that envelope is still there, if you've kept it.
Missing thing.
Check your pockets.
Because I think you're missing some things.
Okay. Not to lead the horse too close to the water, but
Back in a sec. Dog needs to take a piss.
no problem.
Carry on.
Jethro, you empty the things out, the few coins that you've managed to hold on to, an old, heavy, clunky keychain to which you don't know which locks it might open, the string of teeth around your neck, the bundle of letters that you've picked up, the spear you've been carrying around since you were last in Porthman. They're all there. Is there anything else that should be? What else am I missing? Yes, you've got that. Yeah. You've got a few potions. Yeah, didn't that go onto the necklace? Okay. Yeah. That'll be on the bundle of keys. Absolutely. Yeah. The splinter dart is there. Your iron bands of binding, I had forgotten. So well done for reminding me about that. Your braces of displacement. Yeah. Everything you've listed there is still there. You're not sure where this feeling comes from. It's just that moment of panic. I'm sure you all are familiar. The Sift answer, now you check again, is not there.
Oh.
Now you've
Jed
had
wanted
it. You've
Jed
had
wanted
it.
to nerf you.
You've had it today.
Joking, obviously.
So as to when you had it last, I might invite Jethro alone to make a history check. I know that's not your strong suit. 11. You spent a little while in Ansil today, and then you flew the whole way to Borrela, and then you've been in Borrela for an hour or so. But as to when you had it last, you know you've had it today. You'll have checked your pockets when you woke up. You'll have checked your pockets when you sat down in Ansil before you took off.
Yeah.
Not me.
Let's see. I don't think I can do anything right now, but definitely got something that probably help somewhere down the line.
I'll cast
this place-
detect magic and just have a look around.
Is this the kind of place to have thieving bastards? Jed?
Yeah. I think what Gronon is a creature of urbanity and people and crime.
Yeah, within reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is crime? Is Gronon's answer to that?
What is crime if not people taking opportunities
Yeah.
that maybe slip under the eyes of, those who want to keep the opportunistic down? Well, yeah, this is a town ripe with opportunities. There are empty bellies and there are full bellies. There are empty pockets and there are full pockets. You, Gronon, yourself have glimpsed a number of opportunities since you've been here. You're used to seeing these things now, where a little something could slip from a full pocket into an empty pocket, and everyone would go home happy.
I've had an out of character thought as where it might be. If it
Okay.
hasn't been pinched out of your pocket, how did Jeffro arrive in Borla?
Oh, he jumped.
His superhero landed in the center, didn't it? It might have fallen out of his pocket when he hit the ground. But if hang on,
I did. I do remember
Tom-
failing a shitload of perception tests when we were in that market.
It's I'll just be using detect magic on
Yeah.
like you. I'm not wandering the streets looking for something because it's
If
only
you're-
got a very short range.
Yeah. If you're looking over at the group, Gav, you'll see the things that people have, which are magical. These are now plentiful at your level, including yourselves. The horses that you've been given don't have anything particularly interesting about them. What is notable, there is a charm on the guard station. Something
Interesting.
abjuration-like.
All right.
That's probably
So-
nothing.
I have heard that there are magics to find items. I just don't know the spell. I'd have to find somebody who knew it. So I think for the time being, it's lost to us.
I could do that, but only after sleep.
Oh, you know that magic. Okay.
I
think
can try
somebody's
something
pinched it.
else. Can we come up between us with 3 questions that have a yes or no answer? For me
Is there
to ask.
And you
like
find the
like
thing.
a-
It's a yes
Is
or
there
no
an
answer.
arcane shop here? If we could find like a shop of fucking arcane, someone who sells scrolls or something, we could just buy a detect item scroll. We got plenty of money. Because that's better off doing that. We don't want to lose that thing. It's very handy. I doubt a scroll of detect item or something like that would cost us all that much. Christ.
Yep.
Fucking Warzone.
He's speaking logic there.
Yeah. Agreed.
Also, I think it's been pinched. I'm gonna say
More than likely.
that market was very busy. I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm completely honest with you. But
Christ is the eldest Toto in my village.
in
He's
in
he's like
in
90
times of
something.
in times of strife, people seek what others have.
Right. While these guys are talking, Jed, could I ritual cast a spell, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Talk us through what you're doing.
So while these guys have been chatting, Tongi's just gonna take a few steps away from them and sit down, kind of try and cross his legs almost like he's never done this before. So he's
In
gonna
the mud,
kind of
yep.
try and get into a meditative pose, and he's gonna spend, I think it's 10 minutes to ritual cast.
Sure, yeah. 10 minutes plus the time it takes to cast the spell, it's usually
Okay,
10
so
minutes.
11
right?
minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's
cool,
1
yeah.
minute 1 minute casting time for this spell.
Commune with nature.
Commune, just straight commune.
Regular commune, right.
Yeah, regular commune. So which is
With
Let me
himself.
grab the,
like Tongi Tongi reaches out and can ask 3 questions that have a yes or no answer.
Tongi casts commune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the
Just
town
a load of
revolt,
hippies turn up.
and they kill the mayor of the town, and all of the military change sides.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm grabbing the spell in front of me here, Jamie, just so I'm certain that I'm staying within the lines of it.
I mean, it does say like divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you may receive unclear as an answer.
Yeah.
But that's if it lies beyond the deity's knowledge, and this is just like, is this still in this location? Can you see it?
Okay. No.
Yeah, but the first question is going to be: Is the Sift answer in Borla?
So
Why don't you just
We'll
ask
have
a
a-
very specific question? Can you not say where is the Sift answer?
Oh, yes or no?
No, I didn't realize. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Half
we'll add a little
listening.
more flavour to this. And Jamie, you and I have talked about this a little bit today out of game.
Mhm.
From Tongi's perspective, he's reaching out, and the rest of you see his sat cross-legged. Yes, exactly. To his own personal eldest turtle in the village.
To be right back. So,
His eyes are flickering, and they're flapping at such a rate that they are closed as much as they are open. Like a very rapid blinking. For Tongi, the boundaries between light and darkness are blurring here. And so it is not a presence that comes back to you, but rather a feeling that you yourself are. Your body doesn't move, but you yourself are taking a step outside of the light, outside of the reach of the sun, but not quite into the deep dark below you. And so the first question you said is the Sift answer in Borla?
Yeah.
The world, this blending of light and dark, light and dark, light and dark, turns maybe like a zoetrope, maybe simply like a flipping coin. And it settles with a satisfying, deep, comforting darkness. The answer is yes.
Right. Second question. Or do I change and make second and third question basically the same but reversed? No, let's go. Is the Sift answer still in the market?
back.
That flipping, that twisting, that blending of light and dark, light and dark, light and dark continues until it is suddenly blinding bright, and you, in your own interstitial trance, have to look away. This is a no.
Still in Borderland, not in the market anymore. Third question, anybody got any ideas? Because I do have an idea for the third question, but it's kind of a...
I would ask, has it been stolen? Opposed to, is it just lost? Well, then that's not going to narrow it down.
Well, see, my third... See,
No. Claxton, we haven't seen the mayor yet, have we?
Yeah, we went to see the mayor.
Is it
I'm pretty
Mayor?
sure.
You,
Mayor.
It's the Lord.
See, my backup question, if we can't think of one, is basically like it could be, is it on like does Simon Claxton have it, or it could be does a man have it, or does a woman have it? You know, just narrow it down gender wise.
Well, why not narrow it down even more? Like, was it taken by somebody we spoke to?
Yeah, yeah. The third question will be: has it been taken by someone we've met today or since we've been here?
after you asked that second question about the market, the light had settled on the bright white and then kind of continued to turn in a way that it hadn't before. And before I go into this third question, I will invite Tongi to roll an insight check. This is going to be fairly high.
Come on, don't film me nice.
But I know Tongi's insight is fairly good as well.
Well,
Okay.
well that
Is that a one?
that one for a
Yeah.
for a 6.
For a 6.
Can he use my inspiration?
You can absolutely give. Yeah, you've got your heroic inspiration. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can roll it again, Tongi, if you
Alright.
like.
Cheers.
2.
Yeah.
I thought I was unlucky, but fucking hell. I rolled
Okay, so
2s.
that's a 12.
A 12. The light, the
Son of a
fact that it did settle and then continue to turn might imply that there's less confidence in the answer to the second question. But it does continue and it did settle. And you come through to this. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that based on that roll. You rolled more than like 10.
Mm.
But I wanted you to be, I don't know, 16 or 18 plus to give you kind of some more details there.
Yeah, I think I've kind of figured out of character what that may mean anyway.
The third answer is a similar kind of brightness. The answer is no.
Okay, so it has been taken by someone we've met. So it's just some random like
See-
urchin maybe in the market.
Well, we got a few hours to kill anyway, so yeah.
You've
Wherever
been
you
told
land.
it.
Are we still outside the Claxton, the military place?
You're outside. You are at the military garrison at the north gate to the
I
to
would
the
like
town.
to go and speak to one of the guards and just ask him if there's a shop around that sells like fucking scrolls.
Can I go back
Yeah.
and talk to Claxton?
Yeah, Claxton would be the same guy for both of you, probably. He's the person on the desk as
Okay.
you head on in. So Tor, first of all, he'll kind of stammer. He's not used to dealing with you specifically, and Tor has a kind of brusqueness about him, where he'll just march up and ask the question and fuck
I
off
do.
again.
Be like,
And the kind of this kind of stammering. Galazars, go 2 streets over that way. It'll be on your left.
right, thank you, bud. Very helpful. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Young Claxton, is there some known thieves around his parts?
Oh well, that's a different matter. Galazar's nothing to do with them.
No,
He's a
it's,
legit
No, separate. Don't worry.
separate question.
Yeah.
We
such as
have
dick, my friend.
we have had a bit of a problem. I mean, according to Captain Geitel, they were already, there was a contingent of, crime in the town before the
Nondescript.
military arrived, and then, yeah, some people. Well, we've got a flooding of refugees. We're doing everything we can to keep it under control, and there've been no major violent incidences within the civilians while the military have been stationed here. You'll be pleased to know.
Is there more specifically like maybe a gang of thieves or anything that you're aware of?
He's nodding.
Couldn't point us a
Yeah.
name, could you?
I I don't know any names, unfortunately. I mean, if we knew a name, we'd go and arrest them. But
Any other clues?
you might start looking down at the docks. It's been harder for us to operate there, particularly maybe specifically
proper
under
fisher.
the specifically maybe there are some passageways used for. Well, we think they were put in place for moving and storing lobster pots around, but
They're smuggling with them now.
we think that smugglers and thieves and things are being taken in and out of the town using those. But we've been unable to prove it, so can't do much.
Well, in my band of King's Ward, we'll find these thieves. They might have something of ours, you see.
If you do recover anything, please feel free to let us know. If you make any arrests, let us know. I'm sure we can. To be honest, there is
arrests. Unlikely, but don't worry, they'll be dealt with.
What I was going to say is we do have a bounty running on certain, but fine. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, might
Does
just
it,
bring back
does
to
it
the
start with dead, the bounty?
No, we don't execute
Dead
people
or
for,
alive.
picking pockets.
Well,
We just want to recover things for people.
See, that's the problem with the authorities. Not you personally. It's just not strict enough. You want to get rid of crime? You get rid of crime. You kill them. Anyway, sorry. I'll leave it up to the King's Ward. I'm just one of the traveling companions.
Right. Well, I'm gonna head down to the Major's place. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yep.
Right, lads.
I'm gonna go outside and repeat all that to everyone as well. Same as what you're doing. No.
Right, there's a wizard's place down in the corner.
What if he sells magic weapons?
And it's you could always ask him, can't you? Just looking at his feet, looking for.
Tongi will help with that. Tongi will keep his eyes open around as well, just in case.
That bottom lip just sticking right out. Little tear coming from his eyes.
I'll pat him on like the back of the thigh because I imagine that's how high I come up on him. Don't worry, my big friend. We'll find it.
Patting him on the thigh, literally just under his ass cheek.
Yeah, because that's probably as high as I am on him. Like, come on, big friend, you'll be fine. I can't reach his back.
Just patting his ass.
Okay.
Firm. Yeah. Well, gentlemen,
like that thing in the wrong hands could be very dangerous.
It's true. There is some absolute thieving bastards in this town, according to that young Claxton one.
Well, theft during wartime is a terrible thing. Shouldn't be stealing off your fellow man in this place.
Not thieving,
not
no,
really.
Jeffrey.
That's from your enemy, though, isn't it? Not your own. Not when they're getting beaten back. Well, we're also the law.
Head down the docks.
I'm
I guess you
head
just
to the
fucking
wizard's
wizards
place first. Get the.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, boys, this way.
Galazar's
staff in the air.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Tor, the directions you were given were pretty good. You were told 2 streets over, and it would be on your left. And as much as the town is muddy and smoky and unsanitary, as much as there are horses shitting in the street and carts turned over and left, there is straw outside of the thing. Galazar's shop stands out. It is hard to miss, even if you hadn't had such good directions. Where much of the town is stone and wood, wattle and daub, mud plastered on the front. This is bright, polished, coloured wood, painted sign with a purplish light glowing from inside the window.
Nice. Well, this looks like the sort of place we're looking for.
It's like the home of a dandy and a fop.
Looks like a man who knows his magic, at least. Look at the fucking state of the rest of the place.
I mean,
Giving him the evil eye.
Yeah. Have you got my
Tommy's
fucking
magic
shit?
is slightly different, but I want to go in.
Those of you who are outside, I'll invite perception checks. Or
I'm going to go in.
Yeah. You're just going to head straight to the door. Yeah. 10.
Oh, maybe I should stay outside. Yeah, well, my magic is different.
I don't mean staying outside. I just mean having a look around.
Oh,
while we're outside. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'll roll one as well.
Yeah, I might as well. Or I step foot in the shop. Well, that's crap, but luckily, that's a 21 for me.
21.
Yeah, 20
On a 6, I rolled a 6. So.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Yeah.
Hey,
11.
fuck you.
I'd rather roll it on that perception when you've just rolled a 21.
My perception
Tommy rolling
is good enough for everybody.
Remind me, what was yours, Gav?
20.
20 total. And Sam?
I didn't roll.
You didn't roll one. Okay, yeah, you've just gone straight to the door. Yeah. I will invite a separate check from Gronon then in a second. Okay. Because you've just impulsively walked straight for the door. Obadiah and Tongi will notice something quite specific, which is that although this shop stands out, the locals are acting as though they can't see it. They are outright ignoring it. And while there are bakers and leather workers and a place that specifically like polishes buckles and sells polishes, and this is still a working, busy town, kind of high street for merchants and for service folk. A lot of the people walking by are not even glancing at Galazars. Now, Obadiah, how long does Detect Magic last for? Is it 10 minutes?
I was about to ask him that.
I think it's 10 minutes. I'll have to look it up.
If it's 10 minutes, it will probably be gone because of the time it took for Tongi to cast Commune. Do remind me, because if it's an hour, then you'll get something else. So.
No, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes, no problem. But both of you rolling over 20 haven't had any challenge looking at this place, and it's not likely to be that it's obscured so much as what you see happening to Gronon as he reaches up. Now, Sam, make me an Arcana check.
I was about to ask you, can we do an Arcana check? But no, Gronon's gonna maybe
eat that right 20.
Yeah, that's so nearly amazing. 13.
You feel some resistance as you go and raise your hand to the door.
What do you mean by resistance? Like physically my hand doesn't want to go up?
That's exactly right. Like it is taking you more force to get your hand to the door, as though there is a kind of magnetic repulsion between your glove and the door handle. With a 13, there is an arcane marking around the door handle, but it's not like pure abjuration, like a wall of force or something else that should repel you. It's more general than that. And in Gronon's early days of learning magics, there's something about this that reminds you of that. It's like it is as though someone has taken runes and markings that are like introduction to magic and written them around the door handle with a few other things in there. On a 13, I'm not going to tell you anything more.
Try harder.
Just you're trying to kind of brute force your way through it.
Yep.
Okay, Gronon, you can make me a strength check. Just your strength.
Excellent. -1. Here we go, baby. Here we go. 17.
17 is not enough to get your hand onto the door handle. For Obadiah and Tongi, you can see what is happening here, and you reason that for all of the flashiness of the shop, there's something about it that is working to keep Gronon the Chosen out, as well as any of the mundane locals.
Anything but mundane.
Because I wrote a 1, I'm also just going to try to walk in now.
Absolutely.
I'm going to look around. Go,
Tor, walking up, you wonder for a second why Gronon's still out in the shop, and you also reach up and cannot quite get your hand to the door handle.
Something strange here. Hell.
I don't have any spells to be able to check, so could I do an Arcana check, maybe?
Absolutely, yeah. You can make an Arcana. If you're gonna, what are you gonna do to kind of?
Can I see?
Like, I want to investigate the runes around the handle, or investigate like the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam, what did you ask me?
Can I see through the window?
Yes, you can. Now, there's a kind of purple glow coming from the inside of the window, as though somebody has set into you and I. To modern viewers, it would look like a neon strip was set inside the window. And then looking in through the window, there are rows and rows of books on one side, potions on the other, and a kind of glass cabinet full of little trinkets and things down through the middle.
I want to cast Dimension Door inside. And walk inside.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. Are you taking anybody with you?
Oh, this may backfire.
Anybody want to come?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll just grab the turtle on the and walk through the dimension with him.
Absolutely. Jamie, what was your Arcana check?
It was a 13. It was pointless.
Absolutely. Like I say, the runes, these will feel less familiar to Tongi, but what you have learned about looking at magic, about speaking to Obadiah and Gronon in particular, their traditions of magic, there's something about this that feels like, on one hand, incredibly basic, and on the other hand, quite elaborate. Like somebody has taken the fundamental runes, the basic elemental sigils, what have you, and built upon them. Gronon and Tor, the spell goes off. You step through the door into one side and out on the other side into the shop.
I'm going to imitate a bell. Bing, bing.
Yeah, absolutely. And from behind the counter, behind a curtain, a head pops out. Human height, human sized, a pair of round little glasses, and a set of a man sorely needing a haircut. It's just that level where it's starting to curl as it grows out. He goes, customers, yes, brilliant, well done. You've made it in. Excellent. Discerning individuals at last. And he walks out. His head barely moves as the rest of his body catches up.
How often do you get customers, sir?
Oh.
Have you ever had one before?
Never mind how often. It's the ones that really want to come in and those that deserve. We've got to keep these things secret, don't you know?
Well, to a degree. I'm looking for some way to detect some item.
To locate an object, you might say.
Yes. Yeah, that would help.
That's the one.
Yeah. It's not my specialty. Mine's more in finding plants and animals, but something's gone missing, and if it gets in the wrong hands, it's not going to be very good.
Oh dear. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, have we been sharing certain secrets that we shouldn't, gentlemen?
No. Someone just lost something that
just birds.
Could be dangerous.
Careless. Well, and I know all about the dangerous.
And I'm just gonna wave my fucking staff in front of him with the King's Ward badge dangling from it, so he just like hopefully catches his eye.
Yes, this isn't really our specialty at all. We're myself and more of a priest, you see.
A priest and a man of plants. Well,
you call me a druid.
I could indeed. But anyhow, we're to locate an object, any particular object, something of particular value or perhaps danger.
Is pretty rare, yeah.
Something of a magical origin.
That it is. Got good money. Happy to. Well, I got some gold here if you need it. You know, a fair bit.
Well, we have quite a lot of good money, but he's still stuck at the door.
He's stuck on the other side. But I don't think he's tried to get in yet. So I'm sure he could figure it out if he wanted to.
Anyone that can get in deserves to, and anyone that cannot does not. That's generally my policy. But, this object that you've misplaced, well.
We can't go into too much detail about what it is because obviously, you know.
No.
It's a state secret, I'll say. That's the word you're looking for, isn't it?
Aye. That's
there we go.
That's all right. You know.
Well, I shan't pretend you've not tickled my pickle as we speak.
Excuse me.
Plenty of valuable gems in our, you know, in that for trade as well.
Is there now? Is there now?
We know how useful that can be to a man like yourself. Sorry,
But it's of crucial importance that you're able to locate this. Is that right?
Pretty much, sir. Yeah.
Well, very well. I do happen to have a scroll of locate object would be the spell, and I'm sure men such as yourselves, is anyone capable of getting in after all, is capable of casting. But well, as it happens, I've had rather a run on them lately, and I don't have very many left in stock. This one I would have to sell at a cost of, let's say, well, I imagine you'll be trading gold pieces. Well, we'll see if they're about to all lose their value entirely, but for the meager, striking a bargain of 300 gold pieces. I'll invite Gronon to make an insight check on that, definitely.
Even if it's a rip-off, it's not to us.
I don't think it is a rip-off. I think it seems fairly reasonable.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I don't know how much those go for.
21.
11, and he only gets a
21
every year.
Yeah, this is a second level spell. For a single use scroll, you might pay 50 gold per level. So this is 3 times the price that you'd expect to spend on a scroll like that.
I'll just say, like I said, that is rather preposterous. I wouldn't want you to get a bad name among the mages and wizards of my great renown.
Trying to profiteer during wartime.
Indeed, he is.
I am a Kingsguard, my friend. That's
Kingsward.
Kingsward.
That's it. That's a very bad crime.
Yes.
Sky and River Forfend. Heavens.
Give you 150 for the pair.
Hang on. We got anything else interesting around it?
Do I have anything else interesting?
Those are the words I'm using.
My new and indeed prepostered friend, you will be struggling to find anything of interest anywhere else in this dirt-forsaken town.
Wow.
But as to what is interesting...
Well, what's interesting in your opinion?
I'll tell you what. Since you have struck my interest, how would you gentlemen like to attend something that I'm putting together this evening? I was going to do it alone.
I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not interested in those kind of kinky parties.
If you open the door and let our friends in, because we need to talk to them first, because we can't say yes without,
Whoa, hang on a minute, Tori. It depends what this is. This is something of interest you're going to be doing this evening.
I'll give you the scroll for free. But
I like this.
This object of yours, this very dangerous state secret of an object.
Well,
you seem an interesting fellow yourself, and this certainly takes my interest.
No, there's content here. There's content. Side quest.
He wants to rob us blind.
Nah, this dude is gonna like fucking summon a demon or something.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah. Which is why I'm listening.
Fight's a fight.
Yeah. Well, I must say you've piqued my interest now, and I'm just gonna casually click my heels and start floating slightly upwards for no reason at all.
Reach his head like ding.
Yes. You have piqued my interest, and slowly go.
Oh, how piquant between the two of us.
Groveland's found his soulmate.
Let's let those outside stay outside. But for you, sir, and he'll cross to the center of the room, the cabinet that's full of pages, paperwork, books, and reach like instantly. He runs his finger along and plucks one scroll among many. Examines the prefaces. One scroll of locate object. One invitation, and he reaches a hand up to be shaken.
He hasn't even told you what he wants.
I will cast guidance on his forehead. A blessing upon you, sir.
Blessings be.
Now, you are an individual of quite some extravagance. I mean, to expend such power in getting in here. Dimension door is quite something I've... Tell your friends, the most meager of cantrips would have opened that door, but...
Well, you see, they don't have a knack for the extravagant and the whimsical, if you follow my meaning.
I follow precisely.
You can see how important it is to get the item back, considering you use the spell of such strong.
Yep. What he said. Okay, well, hopefully see you this evening, and thank you. One of our friends trapped outside. He's been very coy. I'm sure he'd have got in here, and he's maybe interested as well. He's a wizard, you see.
No.
Do you have an? I know one of the lads wanted to know if you got any magical weapons in here.
I can't firebolt this door. That's not fair.
Gav, would Obadiah like to have a look at the door?
Yes, he would.
Make a fresh Arcana check yourself, yeah.
I want to try something.
Understand the runes around the outside of it.
The runes say.
Or I wasn't interrupting you guys playing because I kind of missed the boat on whatever that was. So as an Arcana roll, that's
sorry,
21.
21. Obadiah knows exactly what is going on, which is again this same repeated idea that somebody has taken the fundamentals of magic, not just the fundamentals, but it basically means any type of magic has to start with these couple of little building blocks. Certainly any arcane magic. It's a little bit different when things are drawn from the natural world as you understand it, the plucking at the weave. And so you know quite quickly that casting any spell on this door will open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just cast message at her.
Cast message on the door, absolutely.
Open sesame.
Abracadabra.
And you hear the sound of the ringing bell inside the door as though it is inside your ear whispering. It is bright and clear, and the door swings open. as Gronon floats ahead of a skinny, unkempt-looking man about your age. His eyes flicker your way, and you recognize one another. Galazar is another graduate of Thane's Magical School in Hysor.
Uh-oh.
This is where you've ended up.
Ah, Mr. Obadiah. It's been some years since I've seen you. Is this the coy, shy individual that you mentioned?
Indeed, it is. My compatriot and fighting companion Obadiah Black. Sounds like you're already acquainted.
Yeah, indeed. It's good to see. And he'll come over and he will fully clap you on the back with a broad hug.
Oh, I will be very uncomfortable and,
Aroused.
On the shoulder and disengage as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how wonderful to see you here. I was, just inviting your new friends to an event I was going to host this evening anyway. But I understand that you all are looking to recover some mystery item lost in the town.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's a mystery, but yes. Something we believe was taken from us.
That, indeed. I'll say no more, but I wonder if you might swing by and show it to me once you have it back. I'm happy to give this away.
The artificer made, not entirely sure. Unusual piece.
You've been back in the capital then.
Can I roll an insight check on Gav to see if he trusts this man?
Well, I don't know. I've just met this man, Sam.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't think...
I'm a bit like, he's talking a lot about it.
I think maybe when you're in first year of wizard school, everyone gets along and is trustworthy.
Yeah, everyone's seen everyone's penis in the shower. Yeah.
But by fourth year, it's a case of we all have our plans to gain as much power as possible, and we all start to go our separate ways. Yeah.
It's what you've said there is an absolutely fair summation. In terms of what I'll tell you about Galazar, Gav, flamboyant is the word that you all will be picking up on. Everyone in your class was marked for an ambition and a curiosity. People don't go to wizard school without ambition and curiosity to the point that others around them find it distressing. And where Obadiah worked very hard to conceal his interest in the secrets of life and death, and where Said Oberon poked at the laws. So Oberon, Said Orient, poked at the laws of the weave and the physics of the material universe and did what he could to disrupt and upset those. This is an individual, and Galazar is an individual that you remember being obsessed with making new spells, experimenting with spells, and it meant then that those same fundamentals that you've been reminded of at the door, he stuck with for a really long time and fucked around with the combinations. In the same way that DNA, human DNA is Gattaca, right? It's certain building blocks that are arranged in certain ways. Yeah. There's a stretch of that within magic that Galazar stuck with in terms of experimentation and creation of new things. It's likely if you were stayed here long enough, you would find variants on spells that you might not find anywhere else. But as to whether they're any good or not, that's a completely different question. As to whether the things that he believes he is capable of are actually possible, that's a different question. He certainly was not top of your class at graduation.
Well, You certainly have stuck to the fundamentals, Galazar.
No,
And improved on them, I would say, from my understanding of the scratchings around the door. Have anything to say, by?
Did you like that? You'll be amazed how effective it is at keeping the riffraff out, those with the incuriousness. I'm sure there's, a third of the town could light a fire with a word or send a whisper on a bird. But they don't bother. Nobody looks around them and asks what's really happening.
That's kind of what we've been looking into these last while. Looking around, seeing what's happening. Have you seen any of that?
Well,
or do you never leave this shop?
You'll recall the quote, Thane's second or third class, I set out to explore the world and never left the corner of my room. Every mote is getting my interest. But you've been traveling? You've been...
Yes,
seeing the country? You've been down to the capital, so I hear, if you've been seeing the artificers. Although last I heard you were off into the south somewhere.
You're familiar with our travels. You've been keeping tabs on me. Have you been talking to small colleagues?
Not a one. Thane sends the odd letter.
Yes, we've been traveling.
You can enroll an insight check there, actually, Obadiah. It's going to be a fairly high DC.
Yeah, I'm not that.
Let's say a 17 or higher. I'll tell you what you're missing.
Scrying.
7 or something.
Okay. Right. I'll let Tongi and Gronon are both present as well. I'll let both of you roll as well, but you won't get the same information. Same DC. 17 on the insight.
What was it? Insight.
Insight, please. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Tor is in the room as well. Yes, you're right. Yeah, Tor, please roll. Sorry. Yeah.
19.
19.
21.
21. Okay. Sam, for
tabletop just crashed, but I think I rolled 18.
Gronon, I don't think you've met Thane, who is Obadiah's magic teacher.
No, I won't have,
no. No. Some of you have the first time you went to High Sol.
High
Lurie. Yeah, not High Sol. Yeah, High Lurie. Yeah, sorry. It is a completely different. Yeah, it's a similar city from a completely different campaign. You're right. The first time you went to High Lurie, it's not even my campaign. It's a completely different game. Yeah. First time you went to High Lurie, you met Thane there. Some of you did. For Gronon, you'll get a glimpse when he says that Thane writes occasionally. Galazar looks down at his nails and then looks back at Obadiah and then back down at his hand. Tongi similarly. Thor, this is him. This is an indication. There is a flick in the eyes upwards, a specific recollection. You might ascertain that Obadiah has been the subject of one of Thane's letters.
Well, tell me, Zert, and I'll trace out the fundamental symbol for, if I know it, for life and death.
Okay, yeah.
Just with my finger on the counter in front of him. Have you made any headway with these? That has been my interest these last few years.
This would be explicitly of the necromancy school of magic.
Yeah, but there'd be a fundamental element of healing. As in, when you cast Vampiric Touch,
Yeah.
you're doing damage, but you're also healing yourself. So that's the type of element. So I'm not just going on full-on raised undead armies. It's the other shit as well. That's what I'm trying to get across, balance of.
Okay. Absolutely. Ah. The passage of him, you know, I'm going to give him a roll. Do you know, I've made a little headway. I know it was always your focus, that sort of direction. It's been terribly difficult to bring anything, a meager frog or a withering plant back from the dead recently.
Recently? Raising
More so.
Interesting.
Yes, in the last few weeks, the last month or so.
That's since the summer solstice.
Since
that would make sense.
Since midsummer. I think I found a way around it, but well, and he'll write something down for you. Now, you have to understand this represents some considerable work. I'm happy to give you the scroll as a gift for old time's sake. He's pointing at the locate object scroll. As I say, do come by this evening. I would love to see whatever it is you're scampering around the town for. But I'd have to charge for this one.
Yeah,
and he's writing down on a piece of paper. He's drawing out a diagram. Again, Obadiah, you can make an Arcana check as to watch as he's drawing.
$23.
23. What he's drawing is very similar to your vampiric touch. But then it starts off that way, and then it builds, and then it goes up and up in layers. And the things that you would associate with an emanation, an aura spreading out from you, are added on to the corners. Just checking this just quickly. Bear with me here. So Vampiric Touch is normally a 3rd level spell.
Yep.
What Galazar here has written up would go up to be a 6th level spell. And the way that this would work, now this is being written up as a spell scroll that you could spend the time copying into your spell book or just cast it once. But effectively, it ceases to be a melee touch spell, but is now every creature within a 30-foot radius of you when you cast it would have to make a Constitution save, and every creature within that range would be affected by the Vampiric Touch, and equally would gain you the hit points drawn from them.
Well, what about a trade? Because there has been one area of expertise that I've been studying, which has been coming in very handy the last couple of months. And it's something aside from my main focus. So, if you had been traveling the country like ourselves, you may have noticed entities from elsewhere. Do you have any understanding of the concept of banishment or the protections of places like this from prying eyes?
Entities? I'm afraid you're losing me there, Obadiah.
Point at Tongi.
Follow. Sorry, out of character. Why?
Point at Tongi.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a tiefling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, like, look at our friend here. Do you recognize him?
Had noticed his well, there's something about his appearance. Seems uncouth to comment.
Well, Bungie was an orc who had been enslaved by the dwarves. After we broke him free, he died in combat. And when we resurrected him, he came back as this. You've heard about, I'm just going to use Mordekainen's theory on split dimensions.
I have. Not.
I know Thane never gave it much thought.
Not weighty and, well, need I remind you, regarded as heretical under the orthodoxy of the nation, etc., etc. But
yes,
we all read it together.
When what comes to pass is true, then we need tools against such things. So I have a copy of a spell here. Is banishment, that it can return a creature from another being or another plane of existence back to where it came from.
Oh?
We had to go out of our way to learn this one. But it has proven useful. Banishment is a 4th level spell. But also I have some of other Mordekainen's magics that could help secure this place. i.e. Mordekainen's private sanctum.
Now that may interest me. Creatures from other worlds? Very interesting.
You don't want to meet them, trust me.
No, they've all been rather fucking horrible. Let me see. I have some. Do I have any books, Jed, from other dimensions?
Ooh. Give me a minute. I'm going to give this guy. Okay. You have your books on trapping and binding. That talk about that extensively.
I have books on schematics, books on rare metals. I think that rare metal book, I'm not sure if that's extra dimensional. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. We use some of that knowledge to trade it. Yeah, we don't have anything.
I'm going to point at Obadiah and cast message.
Mm-hmm.
Are we being coy on purpose in regards to extra dimensional creatures, God? Like why are we not telling him it's demons? That's what I mean.
Oh, well, okay. I don't see why not.
No, I was just wondering if there was a reason.
Oh, just not to sound like a crackpot. You know, believing in fairies until you find out fairies are real. That type of thing.
Well, fucking got an orc with literal physical proof of demons' existence on his neck.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so either of these will be able to protect you from demons and their masters. So I think these a little bit more valuable than a mere locate object. Although, in the circumstance we're in, I would happily trade one for the other. And it would be a great waste to see such an inquisitive mind lost.
me a persuasion check, Gav. This is going to be terribly high.
Persuasion is only +2. Oh, funny we had the SIP answer. Yeah, so 7, so 9.
9. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but you're presenting a solution in search for a problem, it sounds like here. If and when you tell me creatures do break through, I will need some kind of anti-creature breaking through spell, but I've yet to see them.
Yes, I understand. Well, I have 2 objects of proof.
The man is beating around the bush, I'm afraid. What was his name again?
Galazar.
Galazar. Demons are definitely real, and portals to the 9 realms of hell has been happening.
Nice.
Just take the bloody dagger out and show him that.
Yeah, we have demonic
or
objects
you can come
upon
outside
us.
and our mate's got some fucking teeth round his neck from one.
Yeah, but like we all heard this in first year in college of the hedge wizards traveling the country selling you charms against things that, like, you know, will keep you from going bald or will make you fall in love with, or make somebody fall in love with you.
The rock that keeps bears away, etc., etc. Yes,
exactly.
Well, in this case, it's the rock that brings the demon. You saw the comet, no?
Here, take a look at this, and I'll reach into the bag of holding and pull out the dagger.
Don't touch it with your bare hands.
The blade itself, and I'll lay it out. It's wrapped in leather. I'll lay it out on a counter, unfolding the leather, purposely not touching it.
Okay.
So the metal you can probably recognize. But the binding around the handle, if you'd like to maybe see what you can glean from that.
He's going to cast Detect Magic there in front of you. It's a simple spell. You've all seen it cast a dozen times. And there's no question that this is what he's doing. And he leans down. His eyes are opened, broad, wide. The whites of his eyes, the sclera, are fringed with a spectrum of colour as he looks down upon it. And then back up to you. And across the 4 of you that are inside the shop now.
Didn't he come outside?
No. It was just,
he has not come outside, yeah. This is, well, certainly is something, isn't it? And he goes down to fold the paper, the leather up around it. It's rather bright.
That hue of it. Remember that hue. Anything you detect with that hue is probably of similar origin. I haven't ascertained if it's all negative energy or however simply you might want to describe it, but anytime we've sensed something like that, that purplish light, things have gotten very bad since then. Like that. It's rock from the sky.
So put the fucking thing away.
Yeah.
Indeed. And he goes to wrap it up and places his hands square on top of the thing.
No. Leave it. Obadiah should be putting it away.
By all means, far be it from me to seek to acquire when I'm the one in business meant to be selling things.
This is not for
Trust me,
sell.
You don't want
this,
that.
mate.
That dagger caused the corruption of these gentlemen's compadre. One who helped the what was the church called again? In the
Chainbreaker.
No, that's me.
I don't know, the chain, something like
What
that.
was
Was
the-
found. I can't remember. They were fucking.
Yeah,
some
helped
demon spirits
insert fucking religious people here. He helped them raise a chain devil out of the depths of Mazenhall that had been entombed in the rock steps.
Indeed. Well,
And we believe or surmise that possibly this dagger had something to do with it. So don't touch it.
We do know that the metal, the sky iron, as it's commonly referred to, is a tool you can use to injure, damage these creatures. Be worth keeping an eye out for any of the quantity of that you can pick up.
All I really remember is he was all right at one point, then he got this fucking dagger, and after a while he went a bit fucking mental. So
Yeah, that's why we keep it trapped away. And I'll wrap it up and move it back into the bag of holding.
unfortunately, if you touch it, we wouldn't be able to trust if you've been, changed, and we'd have to maybe, well, it wouldn't be a very happy night. I tell you that now.
Jed, as I'm wrapping it up, I'd like to cast Detect Magic again.
you'd like to do that? Yeah.
I'll cast it as opposed to ritual casting. And I'll just make sure the thing I'm putting back in the pouch is,
Genuine.
genuine, because wizards can be tricksy.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The shop itself is, when you walk down the aisle in the supermarket, it's got smelly candles.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like somebody's coming up and slapping you with different sensory information. It's,
Lush,
yeah, for example,
we have
yeah.
them here. I cannot go into Lush; it's too smelly.
Yeah. The shop feels like your girlfriend or your stepmom. There's different people. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Which video is watching?
there is, as I say, a degree of sensory overload that creeps in just from casting Detect Magic there in the shop, as though every plank of wood, every drop of ink is magical all around you, let alone the things that your party have carried in with you. But I'll get you to roll. No, I'll give you a choice of an Arcana or an Investigation check if you're looking at the dagger.
I believe they're the same. They're both plus 10.
Sure. Yeah, let me know which one you'd like to go with.
I'll go with the Arcana just because I have Detect Magic running.
Yes, absolutely.
There's 19.
19. The signature which you've looked at this dagger in this way before, and the signature which comes back to you is very much the same as you are used to.
Cool.
In particular, that purple with a lick of green flame coming from the hair around the handle, which, as far as you are aware, is unique. As far as you are aware, Galazar had not seen before, that you think would be difficult to fake, is intact and present as it should be.
Okay, I'll wrap it back up and put it away then.
Yeah, absolutely. He breathes deeply and says, well,
if this doesn't prove it, it's fine. I always know you're a discerning mind. We'll happily pay for the locate object scroll.
You've taught me something, and I'm grateful. Consider me sated on curiosity. 100 for the locate, and this other, and he taps his finger on the drying page. that he has simply just written up for you. I'm going to give you a homebrew spell, like a D&D Beyond link in a couple of minutes now, Gav. He taps on that.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
fish out 100.
Well, this is something special. You won't find that anywhere else. I think 400 is fair, don't you?
Yes.
Dog noises.
I think so. So 5 in total? Is that what he's for?
Yes.
Fucking noise coming from you, dog.
And we'll see you this evening, I'll say. Well, we'll see you this evening.
I think they're having an wide shut fucking party.
Give me one more insight check there, Sam.
It's bad. That was 8.
8. He kind of nods. Yeah. All right. You know how to get in. I'll be behind the curtain.
Has it got a hole in it?
There is no hole in the curtain.
Just checking.
About dwarf height.
Yeah, about yeah, is it higher? You said
It could be higher. He can float.
There ain't no way I can imagine that's a girl.
What are you doing, dog? Look at my fucking hands now. Christ. Well, at least now I've got a reason I can say Christ.
I know, every time I try to...
Right then. Well, you've been a very interesting fellow. Do we have have we paid for the scrolls and what?
Yeah. I've given him gold.
Right, we should probably be on our way to find this item.
Well, there's the problem. I can learn the spell,
How long does it take you to learn it?
or we can cast it immediately and I have to buy it again.
The locate object.
We know that we want to go down
Second
to
level
the dock.
spell, is that 2 days?
To learn a second, it's like 2 hours to learn a second level spell from your book, isn't it?
I'm looking
Is
it
it
up now.
a ritual castable spell? Because if it takes 2 hours to learn it and you can cast it ritually, then it's not so bad.
It's not a ritual cast, but it's a concentration spell.
How long can you concentrate on it for?
10 minutes.
Why is learning?
Well, within 1,000 feet as well.
Not
I think it might be worth him learning it then. Maybe we fucking leave him at a pub where he learns it and go down to the dock. See if we can ferret out something. 2 hours.
Same thing. Do a lot of damage in 2 hours.
Or we can go for lunch. We can go to the pub, have lunch, a couple of beers, then head down to the docks, bust some ass, nuts. Don't know what I said then. Put some nuts in the asses. Busting some heads.
Right, and the D&D channel, Gav, you have the spell Galazar's Vampiric Aura.
The only thing is, it could travel a fair distance in 2 hours.
Over 1,000 feet?
Oh, yeah, no, I need to edit
2
this a
hours?
bit more. I've fucked it up slightly.
Christ, 1,000 feet's not that far.
That'd be out of town, wouldn't it?
I need to change that a little bit as is.
But we can travel fucking miles in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's not a problem getting somewhere.
Oh, that is ugly.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's yeah, I reckon learning it might be the best choice.
Where the fuck is learning a spell in this goddamn? Wish they had a fucking play out a book, not this searchable bullshit.
It's not an attack. On save. Effect on save success. Sorry, disregard that because I'm going to update it slightly because I fucked it slightly in terms of just the formatting stuff. So yeah, don't pick that one yet.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll take me a lot longer time to learn anyway.
I
Yeah,
have
well-
an idea.
But I can't find the section for learning magic, learning spells. Is it in
I
just the
have
basic wizards?
Very good idea. Oh.
What you would do is on your character sheet, Gav, you should be able to now search for that.
Your custom one.
Yeah, you should be able to search for the title of the spell.
Yeah.
And what you want is version 1.2. Save changes.
I think I'm going to use Wild Shape into maybe a wolf.
Yep.
Hello.
Can I Wild Shape into a Bloodhound? Something with similar smelling abilities. No, I'm thinking of Wild Shaping into a fucking hound and seeing if I can just track your scent. Because I'm sure your scent would be all over the fucking Amber. Yeah.
We definitely find a way
we
to
got
make
10
things last
minutes.
longer than they need to.
So we should go down to the dock and then use the scroll.
Let's get down to the harbour and then pop that bad boy.
Yeah.
Because that's where we think the crimes are.
Said to go. He said that's where the
5 foot.
Come on.
Don't know.
I got it, Jed, but it'll take a while to learn it.
Yeah, sure.
bad at
That's okay. Yeah, it's something you can do maybe, as part of your next long rest. Absolutely.
Plus, I think it'd also be good for Gav to fucking learn that spell in case something like this happens in the
Yeah.
future.
Look, I can't find anything about being there. It is. I found it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What I would suggest that you look for, make sure it mentions the.
I'll go to the beer right back.
Yeah. Tell you what. Yeah. Let's take a break for a few minutes.
It'll take 4 hours to learn.
Yeah.
We got 2 scrolls, didn't we? Because he gave Sam.
You've got a scroll of locate object. Just one, and you've got the scroll of vampiric aura.
So can I add locate object to my spell list if I say I'm going to spend 4 hours, or do you want to?
Is it 2 hours per spell level?
Yep. If I've read it right, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I trust you on that. Yeah.
The transcription takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold piece for each level.
Don't spend the fucking gold on it. That's stupid. You bought the scroll. It's whatever. But definitely.
Yeah, we've got all magical links and shit.
Yes, that's it. Yes, because it takes half the time for necromancy spells for you, right? That's part of the. That's part of the wizard school feature.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, well, that's for that other 6 level one. Yeah. But for locate object, it's not necromancy. So that'll take 4 hours. But yeah, we got to kill time anyway. So I'll kill a bit of time doing that. We can go to the docks and then we can go head off to Hestine.
Yeah. Let's take 10 minutes. I'll be back with you fellas in a moment. Fuck off. That is an ugly pistol. Alright. Burp.
Looks like a gyro jet.
Wow. Hope you got a backfire on you. Hey.
Oh, yeah. They always look weird.
What did you guys have to do to get the banishment spell?
You don't want to know.
I think we just found it in a fucking.
Oh,
yeah,
so that
no,
was
we
when
went to hell and back. Yeah.
You went to one of the 9 hells. Okay.
There's a book I have, which I think could possibly be extra dimensional, which was a book on binding and interdimensional travel. Maybe that was a book written elsewhere. I don't know.
See,
binding and traveling, abjuration and conjuration magic. So,
did Obadiah or Gromlon take any of the books from that library from that demon in Mazenhall, the one that was working with Golrod? Because you look through that library.
I've got. I had Gulrod's spellbook, magical inks and tons of components.
That won't be extra planar.
Gulrod's spellbooks are all about kind of command and control. I don't think there's much.
I was hoping that maybe that devil left something behind, but no. But yeah, a bunch of these spells Tongi has, I just don't have them prepared. And I need to have a long rest to prepare locate object and banishment and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Gulrod's spellbook has like disguise self, magic mouth, suggestion, hypnotic pattern, charm person, Rowlutham, psychic lance, crown of madness, enemies abound, synaptic static, dominate person, modify memory, and a few others. Like loads of fucking mindfuckery stuff.
Some real monsters in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff sounds like stuff that my sorcerer in Vic's campaign has.
I did learn Chaos, which is you just give somebody a command, and if they don't do it, they fucking take psychic damage.
I'll play downstairs.
Perfect. Oh, fuck.
Ow. How have I done that? I've got my instrument cable stuck in my headphones.
Did you move around your room, Sam? Or are you in a different room?
Yeah. It's better than that. What?
Yeah.
A bed.
That's what I saw, the bed, and I was going to...
So
how it...
those flags are where my desk was. So the door is here now.
Yeah.
Relationship is going that well, huh?
There's an MP5.
Always handy for home defense.
Yeah. Just in case, Yeah, that's my snoring pit for when I'm get kicked out of the bed.
Is it a recent change, or have you always snored?
It's quite recent. Last couple of years.
Only since he got fat.
Yeah. Since I've had long COVID.
Oh, is he?
That's
Yeah, I didn't
just
used to
stairway.
snore either, but apparently it's really bad now. Oh dear. And the reason I found out is because the other incarcerated people told me.
But they beat you with a sock.
Benefits of being in prison. Good health care.
No, I didn't have that big balls. I only did it when all the regular guards went on holidays, and you knew like the routines of everything.
You couldn't smoke?
Yeah. I got one citation for being caught smoking in the bathroom. And they fucking cut. Yeah, it was low breeze.
3 free meals a day.
I would
Put on 20 kilos.
I was 60 kilos heavier.
60.
16.
16. Yeah, okay. 60 would have been fucking enormous.
But then again, I was training 6 times a week from 8:30 to 10. No. I weighed 78, I think, when I got out. And then I dropped a lot of that when I went back from eating 4 times a week to twice. And not a weekday. Because I mean, free food, holy shit, we abused that.
Yeah, you thought it was cappuccino or something. Oh, espresso. Oh, yeah. Tea. Yeah.
Cha. Oh, cha.
Just a minute, fellas.
Yeah. Oh, cha. Green tea. Yeah, I know. And water. Right.
Yeah,
Water.
says the biggest tea nation ever. Yeah, but you call fucking food tea, like fucking silly bastard. And then there's no tea at all. Like you're just filled with lies. If somebody said to me like, "Do you want tea?" and there's no tea, I would have been upset. Because now I'm expecting tea. No, you don't want a cup of tea because there's so many better things to drink, like Coca-Cola. healthier, better. Black.
Coke's only good when there's alcohol involved.
Alcohol make you dumb. Do better drugs.
Who says you can't mix?
Exactly. But you're not like dumb enough to get your life in fucking disarray as in with alcohol. There's your survival rating goes down by quite a lot with alcohol.
Yeah, if you drink too much like an idiot.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't get to that level.
he's a lightweight. I mean,
I can drink plenty.
Okay.
Got some scrolls.
yeah.
Gav's
Give
going
me
to
the
learn
money.
the spell, so that's going to take a bit of time. I would like to know if I can use the rules for the Ode Mastiff. If I wanted to turn into one. Over the new ones, which are pretty crap. The only reason because the Mastiff doesn't have any traits, but don't bother too much.
I follow what you're saying.
It's weird. At least the old one's got a fucking description.
Yeah, it's pretty meager, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there anything that gets the benefit for smell? I know the Mastiff's got a +5 perception, but you'd use your own perception for that anyway, isn't it? Yeah, keen senses.
Hearing, yeah, keen hearing and smell advantage.
Yeah, they seem to have taken that out.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Because it's a fucking dog. They track things.
I think people got afraid of the druid on the previous edition because it was overwhelming. There was some data suggesting that the druid was the least played class because it was overcomplicated, and so one of the ways that they've done it is they've simplified the stat blocks for all the creatures quite a bit, for better or worse.
I don't mind for combat if I'd using the fucking that wouldn't bother me at all. But it's because I want to track something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I use my.
Yeah.
Do I use my perception anyway?
You have a couple of leads. To answer your question, Vic, I'm going to be a cruel and unforgiving DM and say no. We'll use the new stat blocks. I'm afraid.
Use my perception, don't I? So that's +10 anyway. I've got +5. So even compared with an advantage, +10's not that bad.
No.
So yeah, when we get down to the docks, I am going to wild shape into a Mastiff, sniff Jeffro's ass.
Why don't you just not wild shape and just use your base +10 perception? Because your smell is as good as a Mastiff's.
It's gonna look a bit weird. Because thematically in my head, a tortoise is
fair.
not fucking tracking.
Yeah, bloodhound. Yeah.
But a Mastiff is actually a hunting dog and would be used for this sort of thing.
Bloodhound again. Yeah, absolutely. No, sure. Right. I'm going to make a very specific roll here. And I'm not going to tell you why. Okay, cool. So the group of you were all walking down towards the docks to look for an inn or somewhere else that you can sit for a while so that Obadiah can read a book. Is that right? Yeah.
And these are riverside docks. Is that correct?
That is exactly it. It is a lakeside dock. It's working. So there is fish being caught. There are shallow water kind of. It's not salt water, but there's still plenty of kind of harvesting.
One of the Great Lakes in America.
That's a good comparison. So there is fishing and also the withdrawing of seaweeds and things like that, kind of aquatic plants for food. It's not quite so large as one of the Great Lakes, but it's a large, and also goods being brought up and down the river in much the same way that they were on the River Beck. Food and supplies are brought up and down the Bala from Aviton, from High Lurie, all the way up to Borrella to yourselves. Captain Fisher is you have met is the leader or the kind of boss, shall we say, of the docks. And yes, it has been suggested to you that there are underneath the walkways, there are cages and other passages that are being used by smugglers and other criminals. But there doesn't seem to be great evidence of that. It's simply a rumor that's been passed on.
Well, while we sit in and have our mediocre lunch in this poor tavern, and I read my book, why don't Tor, you do
What
a
size
sniffing
is
around?
Gromnon? How big is he? Is he classes as small beating, or is he
Dwarves are medium, I think, Sam, but you can correct me on that.
Is he bigger
Yeah.
than a fling?
I am indeed medium.
No, you can't then. Actually,
I'm
no, that's in the
perfectly
other
average
fucking-
sized. Yeah.
It's in the other one. This halflings can use me as a fucking mount. So yeah, you're gonna put me on a lead, Jeffro, and fucking. I can talk as a dog as well, can I? 'Cause I can speak now with.
You can speak now while you're in wild shape.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So wild shape when we get there and take a big old fucking whiff of Jeffro.
Rummage.
I can go with
Should I
him.
do a perception roll? If I
I
find
think a perception roll or survival is the other thing that I will permit if we are tracking like that.
Let me have a look a minute. Either one's fine by me. They're both 10.
Yeah, I might as well go with him as an extra set of eyes.
12. That's so bad.
Okay.
Okay. A 1 and a 2 tonight. Fucking hell.
Tongy, would you like to make a perception roll as well?
Yeah, can do.
That'd be
Or
hilarious.
survival is it?
Tongy
Yeah.
takes out the fucking druid dog, and Tongy finds the thing and not.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, he's probably
Okay,
better.
that's perception. That's a 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unlucky ones tonight.
And the rest of you, then, you have found, indeed, a shitty pub is about right. There's a place called the Barrel of Heads, and the sign has fish heads. But the block outside on a slight plinth might suggest otherwise in terms of the history of the place. The way that it's stained, the way that the steps lead up to it. The locals mill around. But you've got a good clean line of sight from a window near the front. Would you like to sit inside or out?
I prefer to sit. I'll sit where he sits then. I prefer to sit inside. Less distractions.
Yeah. And you can get bread with some sausages and some potato. And some shredded cabbage. kind of mixed together, and some pints. And pass the afternoon away, looking out onto the street, looking out to where the odd fish, baskets of trout, some kind of shellfish in their cages are being unloaded from the boats as Tor and Tongi go and walk their rounds. Now, I rolled something a minute ago for the DC on this. And so, Tor, the place is rich with smells, if this is your goal. You wander and you sniff. And the fish is the overwhelming part, but the mud itself also has something else deeper set, especially outside the bucket of heads. There is an iron-rich, a familiar smell to you by now of old, soaked-in, dried blood on this wooden block, this plinth, this patch of mud, these reddish fungus growing up around the base of the plinth outside the pub near the docks in Borolar. This catches your nose quite strongly, and then you are drawn again to people who smell of sweat, people who are washing less than average around here, people who smell of flowers, people who smell of greenery and fields and hay and wood. People who smell of grubby metal. All of these smells wash together, and you could pick anybody out. You are low down, you are in among the feet and the legs. You're a large dog, but shorter than any person now here in the crowd. Tongi, on the other hand, is tall, even for a tiefling. Tongi, on the other hand, is not looking to smell at what might be in someone's pockets, but has the sense to look up above the crowd and notices a little way above a stack of nets and lines and rods. Two youngsters sat on a rooftop, holding their own fishing lines, holding their own nets, hooking hats and laughing. The bucket and the net they have up next to them, however, is not full of hats, but rather you can see quite clearly through the lattice work on the basket and the net that they have with them between them, full of coin purses and bundles of keys and sheaths of paper. And now they are having fun, mucking about, not quite knowing when to quit. It might be that you're the only... Yeah. The vantage point that you've got is enough to see that they have more with them than they are taking to people from people right now. Those who are close enough to fall victims cannot see them well enough to see that this is more than just a jape and a goat and a game of hook the hat. And so people swear
kids, at them. As those kids tall. The kids up there.
Well, let's better not tell Jeffro. Last time he fucking threw one off the roof.
You wait here a second. Where is it? I know that it's here somewhere. pretty sure it's always prepared. Yep, there it is. Damn it! That only lasts a minute. How looking at where these kids are, how long it would take me to get up to them?
Ooh, now they're not quite on the roof of a building, but they're on like a first floor veranda, so to speak. Now, there's a couple of different ways you could go about that. You could stack something up and climb up to them. You could find a way around and walk around the building, or you could get into that building and open a window.
Yeah, before you go up the stairs, we should find the front door. At least, so they can't come running out one way and, fucking make it out the way. It might even be worth grabbing one of the other lads. Surround the place.
Yeah, we can do that.
I can go back and grab them. I'm, a bit quicker like this.
Yeah, if you want to, I can wait and keep an eye on them.
I will run back, which will be, pretty quick because it's.
Yeah. You're not far away.
And I'll go grab Gromnon and fucking old Jethro. No, he can stay fucking practicing his spell.
I mean,
he's disappeared, hasn't he? So.
Obadiah's often deep in study. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm studying.
Yeah, we could just require Jeffro for the idea that I got.
Well, I'm just thinking to secure the area, make sure they can't get away to
it. Yeah,
but
but
Gromnon could float up there and shit the fuck out of them.
The idea I've got, they won't even we'll take the basket without them even noticing.
Well, let's just go make our way back and make sure we can. Well, you're still there, so as soon as
I'm keeping an eye
I'll
on
come back
them.
with the lads.
Tell me what you want me to do.
I think we found the Sefamsa.
These pesky kids, eh?
Or at least you may have fucking taken it. At least
Maybe not the Sivamsa, but the kids who could have taken it.
At least they may know where it is. Dog.
And Tongi will point out the kids if they're still there.
They absolutely are still up on the roof. They've stopped it with the rods now. They've been shouted at one too many times. From where you are, you can make an insight check, I think. For Tongi. Tongi's been watching them continuously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give me.
Don't suddenly disappear from the roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a 7.
A 7 total. There was a moment where they turned and looked around and brought their rods up. They've stopped doing it now. But as to why, you can't quite ascertain. You're certainly not close enough to hear what they may be saying to one another.
Is there any guards or official-looking people in the area all of a sudden? Maybe they've stopped so they don't get in trouble with the officials.
That would be a separate perception check, I think.
Okay. My perception is much better than my insight. So, that's a nat 20 for a 35.
Okay.
Why did I waste a nat 20 on that?
Okay.
From 1 to 20.
Based on the specific question you've asked me, you do not see any soldiers or guards. There are official-looking people on the boats coming and going from the building, but you very pointedly notice that these people are not looking at the kids, nor are they being attended to. So anybody that actually appears to have come from a boat or been working on a boat is able to walk clearly. They are not interacting with the kids on the fish hooks at all, one way or the other. They are, however, coming and going from the building that the kids are sat on top of. This building is unmarked, but it does have a collection of nets and lobster pots and rods and ropes and lines and, fishing supplies, fishing accoutrement, equipment. Yeah, probably the best word to use. Outside on the veranda. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. With the rest of that perception, and so that's part of the building that they're in. They're not being attended to. Continuing with that 35, then, like I say, the interactions between people coming and going from the building, everything like that, is like very small talky and just kind of, subtle and actually not as familiar and friendly as you might expect to see from people who presumably see each other every day or work together. Unless they're coming off a boat together, in which case they chatter. But it doesn't seem as natural, for example, as you saw on the dock in Bed and Reach. 35 is a hell of a roll. Now, your insight check before that wasn't great, so I'm not going to spell out the implication here, but these are the details that Tongi is able to take in.
I don't out of character, I think I might know. This sounds like this is the smuggling operation right here. Like a fishing equipment shop that's got a constant stream of people coming in and out, and the kids are robbing valuables off these people that are going in and out of shop.
As I say, the kids on the roof are not bothering anybody that's actually coming off a boat and going into this building, and vice versa. They're not.
The kids' parents are probably the owners of the shop. Yeah.
What dog?
Right.
Yeah.
I think we should check this shop.
Agreed.
Too many customers for a simple fishing shop.
You want me to go in and cause a scene?
Not a scene. Just.
Wow. I mean, a Gromnon scene.
Jeffro, how fast can you get on that roof? Well,
just runs up the wall.
I was going to cast a spell on you fast.
You're just going to get up onto the veranda next to the kids, next to where they are. It genuinely takes you like seconds. You can leap and bound, hop off a barrel maybe, and you're up there next to them. They look at you scared. Don't hurt us, mister.
Oh, Jed's textbook child voice.
They drop the rods that they have and pick up the basket and the net that they have between them. We're just mucking about. Give me. I think I know what's going to happen here, but give me an intimidation check.
Can you use strength instead?
11 total. No, sure, absolutely. They're going to get up and bolt. Both of them practically dive through the open window that's next to them. These two youngsters, they're probably like 8 and 10.
Reaction.
Reaction, flurry of blows.
Opportunity attack. It's gonna be a bit narrow for you. We'd call it squeezing. In a normal situation, I'd say this would use, I don't know, double movement to get through or require a check, something like that. For the sake of tension, do you want to talk to us about what you'd like to do? Because it's a narrow window that a small child can, slide through who's had a lot of practice, it's going to be more difficult. Swan dive it. Yeah, absolutely. And give me an acrobatics check, I think. That's fair. Yeah, absolutely. And you dive through into a domestic kitchen. There's plenty of daylight coming into the upper floor of this. This is a large space with a dining table at the far end. You slide across a worktop and get flour all down the front of your tunic. Flour that's already been skidded in with kids' asses. As these two youngsters are there being scolded by a woman who is holding a rolling pin. And she looks back over to you, then said, "And what the fuck are you doing here?" Thieving? You come into my house and accuse my son and his mate of thieving? Why, and she raises the rolling pin like a club. I don't give a fuck what it means.
Oh, fucking hell. Jeffro's going to upgrade to mothers now. Off the roofs.
He's going to upgrade to a whole family.
Those of you who are outside will see Jeffro dive through the window in the upstairs of this shop after the two children.
As soon as I see that, I'm going to go into the shop.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go into the shop as well.
Okie dokie, absolutely. Jethro, I'm going to give you another chance of an intimidation check, I think, unless you've got something else in mind. Absolutely. If you're going to start smashing stuff right immediately, make the check with advantage.
You're like a monster.
Yeah, fine.
I mean,
yeah,
no, it's like you owe us protection money kind of thing, you know? You smash up a shop owner's equipment.
The woman crosses fairly calmly to the stairs at the side of the room and shouts down, Gerald? Gerald! Some bloody thugs come through the window chasing the boys, and shoos the boys out of the room while you are smashing sauce. They've taken their basket and their bucket, their basket and their net. They're naughty little dickheads, but that's my business. They're my sons and his friend. I beg your fucking pardon. Look, if you want to, boys, come out here right now. She sets her face. Bring your things. Now, sir, I'm going to ask you very carefully, very slowly, to describe to me what it is you think my son and his friend have stolen from you, and we will see if they have it.
What's a wristwatch?
It is now. Yeah, it is now. Yeah, sure. Okay. Give me an insight check. Already. $13 on the insight check. Give me a second. I'm gonna give her a chance. Goodness me, lads, you've got to roll better. Okay.
We haven't got a swift answer to sort this out. That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing that saved us.
Absolutely.
You took it away. Now you see.
Yeah, it was our crush.
The woman looks deeply offended But in this way, it's like, look, I'm just going to fucking prove you wrong and you can leave. She asks the lads to open their thing. And sure enough, as you had been told by Jamie, there is a collection of coin purses, of keys, of sheafs of paper held together around bands. There is, the odd sandwich wrapped up in paper. There are knives. There are, small tools, a set of pliers here and there, or like a horse hoof pick. But you do not see the Sift Amsa in either the basket or the net. On that insight check, as I say, she looks cross, personally offended, and then indignant. There's a large kind of rough-hewn table. The place it smells of baking, and it looks like a kind of normal family home. They do not look especially wealthy. They look, you haven't seen many homes here in Borla, so you've got a hard sense of knowing what's typical. Certainly look a lot worse off than the last home you were in, which is the one that belonged to the mayor. But the jars on the shelves are all full. There is, enough flour that she can afford to spill some. These people aren't hungry, but they're not wealthy either. With this, you hear a set of heavy boots on the stairs. A man comes up and he is holding an actual club, purpose-made for. He looks a good bit stronger. His sleeves are rolled up, and he has a real frown on his face. What have you been doing? What's all this? How fucking dare you? See fucking God. Boys, have you been stealing for this gentleman? And they shake their heads. Boys? Listen, sir. I apologize if we've offended you in some way. But unless you've some evidence or some way of showing that these things are stolen rather than merely collected legitimately. I suggest
legitimately collected. I love that idea.
Fished out of the sea.
We dredge all sorts of items out of the lake, and my boys have a penchant for keeping it in safe places. They're always squirreling things away. That's your insight check earlier was a 13. Okay. This gentleman who you've heard announced as Gerald.
Yeah.
Wriggles his mustache. The only criminals you'll find around here are the City Watch themselves, friend. Helping themselves to whatever catch we've had of the day, they take their share of it and they fuck off back to their homes. But we police this part of the city ourselves. We keep everybody safe. And yeah, that sometimes means the lads have a bit of a fun at someone else's expense, but no, sir. We do what we can to keep ourselves safe with all the outsider muck sitting at the edge of town. climbing around, entering somebody's home. We do what we can to keep ourselves safe. He's scowling now, he's frowning. And he leans in a bit closer. Try the refugee camp, eh?
Racist. He's a racist.
They don't care.
Just round up some thief and burn
You
it.
already have.
Yeah.
I insist. And he'll point you down. Those of you who are coming in the shop door will be able to hear Jethro and Gerald's voices coming down the stairs.
Okay, so because obviously we came in just as Gerald was going up the stairs. So is there any other the shop staff? Is there any other shop staff or anything like that?
There are not other shop staff. There is another doorway next to. When I say another doorway, I mean it has a kind of bead curtain almost next to the stairs that leads into a kind of backspace that you can't easily see your way through. Beyond that, the shop is laden, as I say, with nets, rods, cages, floats, lines. Of different weight, pieces of reel, parts in a general way that might pertain to fishing equipment.
Okay. Specifically looking at the floors.
Yes.
If there's any like secret entrances or trapdoors or anything like that leading downwards.
This sounds like an investigation check.
Right. I suck at them, but let's see what happens.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You're looking for a specific detail in a specific place. That's more or less.
I think our investigation might. Yeah, so 5.
5.
5 doesn't do it.
No, the floor is scuffed. It's beaten up as though it's been subject to working boots for generations now in different places. There are points where you can see through the wooden floorboard to the mud below, but nothing kind of catches your eye in terms of where it might conceal a secret or more than meets the eye immediately.
It's just a shop.
Did you see people come in but not go out?
Yeah, while I was watching the boys, like there was the constant traffic in this shop, wasn't there?
And you don't see anybody around you now. Sam, is there anything else?
Was
I
that
didn't hear that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear what you said properly.
Did you say there was a curtain at the back?
Yes, so at the back of it, behind the counter, there is the stairwell. There's the stairwell going up, and you can hear Jethro and Gronon's voices coming down. And there is yes, as I say, like a beaded curtain.
I'm just going to walk forward as a dog and just walk through the curtain.
Yeah, absolutely. And there you find yourself in an area with newer feeling wood lining the floor, the walls, the ceiling. A kind of corridor almost.
Any doors?
It leads you around a corner. And then a set of stairs going down. There is quite a bit of noise echoing up these stairs.
Well, this way, lads.
Pretty ominous curtain. Is there a hole in this one?
I want to shout up to Jethro as they're carrying on.
You're going to shout up to him?
Yeah, like as I'm assuming they finished their conversation and Jethro's about to come downstairs. So I'll be like, Jethro, this way.
All right. Well, I might go back and get Obadiah. We found something important.
Yeah.
Might be handy to have him with us. And I might leave to go get Oba.
On calling up, Gerald will put his hand to your chest, Jethro. Hang on. What the fuck is this? Yeah, you gentlemen can't walk around there. That's a private storage area. I've got private stock back there. I mean, that doesn't mean you can raid through all my private... And I told you there's no thievery here. And unless you've got some evidence that builds that up further, then a couple...
Yeah. Hearing this, can I just make my way up the stairs?
Yeah, you can find yourself to the bottom of the stairs. Now, Gerald and Jethro are at the top of those stairs, so there's not a lot of space there, but...
Okay, well, at the bottom of the stairs, I'm just going to, like, clear my throat or something, so Gerald looks down and just sees a tiefling at the bottom of the stairs.
Do you want to make an intimidation check?
Why not? Screw it, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Big, don't bother coming to get me. I got to learn the spell. You guys just resolve this. Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want to leave you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I understand, but yeah.
That's a
all right.
0 on that, so that's a 14.
14. That's going to have a little bit more of an effect. The guy didn't roll especially highly on it. I made a check for him earlier, and it was enough to meet. Yeah, that's going to have a little bit more of an effect, but it's not enough to put him off entirely. He's going to leave away from Jethro and come down to you. Listen, you get out of my shop, and you get out of it. This is a private shop for dock workers, for fishermen, and locals. There's nothing untoward.
I'm going to say from the bottom of the stairs, out of view.
Well, when they start this, can I start barking?
We're about to terrify his entire family into telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Makes it sound like a raid.
Noises come from below. Over here. And I'll follow dog tour.
This way.
Gerald starts kind of pacing around the shop. I'm going to invite one more. Give me a second. I'm going to invite. Gronon's gone through. Tor's gone through. So from Tongi and Jethro, I'm going to invite one more fresh insight check. Now, the DC is not terribly high, but from the way you two are rolling...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's an 8.
An 8, okay. Gerald is pacing around the shop. He's obviously pissed off. Both of you are high enough to roll this, and he's banging his hands on things. Slapping his own countertops, slapping the shelves, just kind of pacing about, pushing things. And ranting about
quickly,
those of you marching through here and how he should be the one to go and get the guards. I should be the one to go and get the fucking guards. If you think you can fucking walk in here, this is my shop. This is my place of business. You've raided into my home and smashed things. I don't care if you're going to pay for it. Now, Tongi, you're struck by the emotion that's pouring out of him here. But Jethro, he is less angry and more deliberate now than he was a minute ago when you were upstairs in his room. He was quite calm when he was dealing with you there, as though this is a man that does know how to deal with threats. And so it actually seems, before you picked up on the rage being buried inside him and the calmness of his demeanor by which he made threats, Now there is a kind of inversion of that, where he is acting angrier than he actually is. As he walks around, as he knocks on part of the shops, as he makes a lot of noise and an announcement. And eventually says, look, I can't stop you. Go ahead. You'll find nothing. And, come back out. Same as you did accusing my fucking boy and his mate of theft, and you found a fuck all. Anyway,
That's because
I
all
hope
that
you know.
noise you've just been making to signal him downstairs, isn't it? You know how these games work, my friend? That's a dog speaking to him.
But he is waving you through back to this storage room.
Well,
I'm going to keep an eye on this guy.
You're going to stay up in the shop, keep an eye on him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
So as they disappear off, I'll be like, so, what you know?
Gerald.
Nice to meet you, Gerald. I'm Grobnob.
Ron.
I hail from Mazenhall, and I'm afraid we have to do some nasty business in this place. It won't be
Is
long.
that so?
Mm.
Okay.
Do not worry, my friend. We mean you no harm. Just need to answer these questions, that's all.
Those of you going downstairs then, it's the other three of you.
Mm-hmm.
As you descend, now you're looking out for things. As you descend, you come down into an area a little bit lower than the ground on the street level. And it smells damp, it smells wet. The walls are, the ground underneath you, where it is not wooded, is slippery, is slimy, is kind of very wet and muddy, almost as though you'll squelch into it if you're not careful. The space is full of barrels, crates, cargo nets holding things up around the ceiling. It is dark, but it is quiet. It is quieter than it was a moment ago when Tor turned the corner to listen down.
Right. Well, it sounds like
yeah.
he signaled him at least, or something like that. If we're going to hide. Well, let's have a little look.
It's a shame I don't have mushroom powder.
What?
It's a shame I don't have mushroom powder.
Well,
but I am going to cast See Invisibility on myself.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
That reminds me. While I'm sitting here, can I use my ring of X-ray vision to just have a look around through the shop contents and the boxes?
You absolutely
discreetly.
Yeah, you absolutely can, Sam. Okay, I'll deal with Gronon first, and then come back to those of you in the basement.
You just reminded me, by the way.
Yeah,
JB. It's like, oh yeah, I have this.
I was like, if I had mushroom powder, I could cast. Is it True Sight or True Seeing?
Mushrooms.
Yeah, but it needs to be mushroom
Make some powder now.
Is that has a particular amount of like gold cost?
Yeah, 25 golds worth
25
of mushroom
golds
powder.
worth. Okay, cool.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
no
a
problem.
lot of mushrooms.
If it didn't have a monetary requirement, then I could just use my necklace, which is my focus.
Yeah, absolutely. Does it consume them?
The mushrooms.
You have to eat 25 goats worth of mushrooms.
Let me check.
Does it say they can? Because if they're not consumed, then I'm almost not bothered.
Which the spell consumes.
Right. Okay. Fine. Yeah. We'll let you shop for mushrooms in a bit then.
Did the table?
Well, you know, for his dirty fucking German sex pies.
Which you'll be going to later.
Sam, looking around the shop, this upper floor at least, looks rather like you'd expect on the shop floor. Looking upstairs into the kitchen, you can see Gerald's wife going back to baking. You can see the two boys now in a bedroom counting out coins from their wallets, laying things from their hoard on the floor and scouting around. Gerald stands and looks rather pissed off. Through the counter by where he stands, there is a crossbow mounted underneath a paper ledger and a lockbox full of coins. Give me one perception check here.
19.
19. And then I'm going to ask you a separate question. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Just anything that looks vaguely stolen. And I know that sounds stupid, but, you know, like large collections of items.
Jewelry
rings,
and that kind
jewelry,
of stuff, probably,
yeah. The hats that they were stealing.
Nothing much on this level until, first of all, it is Gerald's eyes are drawn towards the door and your head turns at the exact right moment. A man is coming to the exterior door, holding a crate. And to your eyes, this would look like any other ordinary crate, but these are not to your eyes. As you see a cache of intricate mechanical workings stacked up between pieces of straw, pieces of what you would call, not being expert on these things, clockwork in a general way, and piping stuck together, held in place in wooden frames. No bigger than the palm of your hand, maybe the length of your forearm at the longest.
You expecting a delivery, Gerald?
And the man comes to the door, looks through the window, and turns away, continues walking as nonchalantly as possible.
I will,
almost as though he didn't mean to stop there at all.
I will open the door and cast. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill him. Dominate person.
Ooh. Okay, he gets a wisdom save against that?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
But can I use my thing to make it have one more DC? Just remind me what that's called again. My innate magic thing.
Heightened. Oh, your sorcery incarnate.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, there's something like that. I know there's something that allows me to add more to my DC. I just can't fucking remember what it's called.
So do you have heightened spell as a meta magic?
I do have that, yeah.
And so you could use that, and you can use your. I think it's called sorcery incarnate as a sorcerer feature.
Yeah, so I will heighten spell it. 2 sorcery points. So he's at disadvantage.
Yep.
Just make sure I spend the spell slot. Dominate person is 5th level. Is it innate sorcery? Is it not just
innate sorcery will raise your sorcerer spell save DC. Before you do that, what's your DC currently?
18.
18. So this guy can conceivably make that, but it's going to be difficult for him to do it.
Well, it's a disadvantage. I won't bother using that. I'll save
it. Yeah. To stack those two over the top of one another is you go for it if you'd like, but I don't mind telling you as a GM, this guy is.
He's just a human.
Yeah, he's just a street commoner.
So, the command I'm going to give him is halt. Return to me.
You say this with a weight and a presence and a richness to your voice. Let's make that wisdom save. So the 18 was the DC?
Yep.
He doesn't. He at disadvantage. Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, I was going to say. Yeah. He does not make that.
Cool.
Yeah. Definitely not a disadvantage.
So I want him to return to me and come into the shop and lay down the box in as many of those single word commands I can give or whatever it is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He straightens this man's back and he walks.
Yeah.
Bring, drop, open.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
And the moment he walks through the door, Gerald is not saying anything, but his grip kind of tenses up on the countertop.
Well, I mean, I've just fucking Jedi mind tricked this guy. I'm sure he'd be pretty blown away.
I'm going to give Gerald himself an insight check to work out what the fuck's going on. Yeah, he doesn't, but he is in the business of keeping stum about things rather than barking. The man that you have dominated takes the knife from his belt and pops the lid on the box. Now, Gronon, the last time you were in Mazenol, you saw the fruits of a meeting between Titus of Shu and a random gnome selling coffee.
Oh, yeah. Okay, come on then.
And now what you see here once again are the same thing but miniaturized, clearly gnomish in construction. But also with that Shunese influence.
So, Gerald, I'm going to turn to him. Taken up the illegal arms trade, have we?
I don't know what those items might even be, sir. You're the one that's called that man here into my shop.
Oh, yes, of course. I've called that man who was just directly walking at the door and turned away as soon as he saw me into your shop. Of course. He wasn't planning on coming here at all now, was he? That can be an intimidation if you want.
Go for it.
I'm insinuating.
Yeah. If you'd like to make an intimidation check.
Why not? 21.
His palms are flat. And he reiterates himself. I don't know what. Listen, I don't know what you guys are even doing here. I don't know what's been stolen or any of it. Those are. They're not weapons, I promise.
I know what these are. I have seen them in use.
Well, don't hurt my family.
I will not. Come clean. Something is going on in this town. I'm well aware of it, and we must get to the bottom of it and find our lost item.
We've got to repel the invaders.
Are you arming yourselves?
Our dealer says that anyone can hold one of them and kill better than a lifetime's of archery's training. Drive an explosion like a common wizard through a wall or a breast of armor at 60 feet.
Unfortunately, these things are true. But who do you intend to use these upon? Who do you consider to be the invader? Tell me.
Are you fucking dense? Is exactly it. There's a war. The Northerners, man. They're going to be marching on our doorstep in days.
Just checking you weren't talking about the refugees, you see.
No, look.
How to divide that?
They're Lur's people, same as the rest of us. I just don't want them here in my fucking town. But if they could, you know, any man that will take up arms against, well...
Yeah, he'd be out there raising the flag.
Now listen.
Right.
There's no... You're supposed to be here, if you're King's Ward, like you say you are, you're supposed to be here protecting the town.
Indeed we are.
Well, that's all we want to do, me and my mates.
I'm afraid you're in no position to do so. You're best leaving town if war should reach you with your family and saving their lives. That is the honourable thing to do.
Honourable to fucking flee. Fuck off.
You are no warrior. And I'm going to tell the other guy in my dominate person, sit.
He just, yeah, cool, yeah. And it's like, you know.
That was amazing.
Down, you know. Yeah.
He's just, it is sat down.
Ripped to my downstairs neighbours. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to intimidate this guy with my powers.
Absolutely.
These are dangerous. In the wrong hands.
Well,
you shouldn't have them. Now, who is your dealer?
It's a shuffle. Well, it's Fisher that made the contact. But don't, you know, Fisher through, well, Guytel doesn't know that we're getting him, but...
Who is this Fisher? Do I know who this Fisher is?
You've
He's
seen
the captain.
Captain Fisher.
Yeah.
Captain Fisher runs the docks and runs the fishing fleet.
He's a dwarf.
And he's no. I see what you mean now by city guard are corrupt. Okay.
He's got a mate down at the Hall of Artifice, and they've sent him up to us. Got the powders and everything.
Right, steal that up. Bring it over here. And I'm going to shout, Jethro! Come up here. Come and sit on this box. And then not to leave with it.
Those of you downstairs, I'll deal with you now, because Gronon's been having a conversation upstairs that I didn't expect.
Yeah, it's been about 5 minutes.
Now, Jamie, you were casting see invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
That in itself isn't going to reveal anything new. There is nothing magically invisible. The space is see invisibility. But I will invite all three of you to make perception checks as you descend. Ten?
24.
24.
24 as well.
24. Okie dokie. Jethro, your eyes are... Now, Jethro, you don't have dark vision either, do you? Do you? Yeah?
It can easily fix.
I
if
do
you
as a
can-
dog. Yay,
Yeah.
yay.
Yes, that's right. Jethro was the only person that did have dark vision for a long while. Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, now
okay,
we all
so
do.
all three of you can see, except for Obadiah, bless him.
That's what Tongi's for. He can just give Obadiah dark vision.
Obadiah's back at the thingy reading because he didn't want to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The space down here is dark, but it has the kind of tickly smell of a just extinguished light. Your eyes all take a moment to adjust, and Jethro, your eyes are caught by the stink, the dampness of it, the sheer unhealthiness of, whatever is stored down here must be falling apart because of, the feeling of rot in the air. You go around and you poke your nose into a couple of boxes, and the smell of wet rope comes to your eyes. This place isn't being very well cared for at all. And Jethro busies himself going through barrels, going through boxes. Tongi and Tor, however, both follow different senses. Tongi, you are able to touch your hands to things, feel the weight of the wall. You had asked before whether the floor upstairs might conceal something. And coming down here, you're able to tap, tap, tap against the wooden wall. Tor, that smell of the just extinguished light, of the wispy smoke coming from a paraffin lamp which has been blown out. That carries in the air past the mildew, past the sound, and both take different routes around this storage room, but both at the same point come to a hollow spot on the wall. And as Tor's sniffing dog's nose and Tongi's tapping, knocking hand both reach this false wall, the sound of a person shuffling and scuttling inside this compartment comes out to meet your ears.
Jethro, do you want to open the door? We're gonna give this
I
big old
can
kick, this bit of the wall right here. I know you like to open them like that. Yeah.
help.
Jethro, as you come around, you square your feet up, and a voice rings back and says, Don't do it. Don't hurt me. Go for it. Your heel comes forward and meets and goes clean through the soaked planks. Splinters fly backwards and forwards. And a man inside yelps in fear.
It's talking to you.
A new smell comes to mind for all of you, but especially now for Tor. A familiar smell, the sulfuric black powder that Titus had carried around with him.
It's that fucking boom shit. You know, remember all those titties used to fucking use?
And the man,
I cast fireball.
I'm Jamie. Sorry, yeah.
Put the name out.
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn.
Just a man's name. There we go. We've got a new Sam
Most
and a new
common
Jamie.
name on the planet is my name, unfortunately.
I work on the fishing boats. I'm just here storing things, I promise. I'm
Is
not.
that why you're in a wall?
I
I sort of I imagine this bloke's going to be like freaking out. He's got a tiefling, an orc, and
Yeah.
a fucking dog in front of him talking.
I'm not even going to get the intimidation check rolled now. It's the threshold is passed.
Like, what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on?
especially because these lads can't roll a fucking intimidation roll to save
Yeah,
their
I know.
lives, despite being scary as fuck. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I got +1.
I don't understand why intimidation is based off charisma, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
If-
got 23 strength.
If you're a barbarian, you can.
Yeah.
Barbarian
The angry man.
primal. Yeah. Primal knowledge. If you're raging, you can use strength for things like intimidation. You'll know this fact, don't you?
3 levels,
yeah.
mate. You just want to whack 3 levels in barbarian, and you'll be a fucking nutcase.
He
Some
says,
children
holding
are
a
involved.
fucking loaded
that-
weapon at the screen.
That might be my next character build, is a fucking barbarian monk.
They're a really weird combo because of the mixture of different ability scores that they all depend on, and so you end up with loads of redundancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to build for a while.
Yeah. But you do need a high wisdom and a high con and a high strength and a high dex. You know, you can dump your int and your charisma, but
Expensive.
Yeah. I generally roll pretty good when I'm making a character.
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
The last one, that fucking NPC I made, had like a fucking near enough, I think it was 80.
Yeah.
And then he was really shit when it comes to combat. So terrible.
No, I just, like I say, I just work at the boats. Yeah, I mean, I'm just stashing some things away. We're just keeping them quiet, you know.
I heard more than just you down here just a minute ago. There was like fucking 10
Well,
a load down here. Where's everyone else gone?
There's just the one guy down here, that's for sure. Tongi had seen people come and go. You hadn't just seen people going in. Sorry if that wasn't clear before, but you hadn't just seen people kind of go in and not come out again.
I know. I figured it was people coming and going, and not just coming in and not coming back out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought they might
Appear
be
to have
just
just
secret tunnels.
stumbled on a subplot, I think.
A subplot while we were hunting for our sift abs.
Well, it's not something you want to let just fucking slide, is it? Now.
Sure. My lamp's gone out though, so take your light stone out, and you take your stone of light out and illuminate this kind of extra chamber. It's shored up. It's not going to collapse, but it's even kind of damper. There's some very good quality, well-sealed barrels and some boxes unopened. Jamie the sailor goes and opens things up, shows you boxes and boxes of pouches that might look like they contain coins, but are revealed to hold lead balls instead. He shows you somewhere else there is a mold where more of these things could be made. Yeah, it's to help us when the Northerners come, innit? No, mate. It's we've got to defend our own, innit? Well, this wasn't the border forever, was it, Mestel? This used to be a proper town with proper docks and proper farmland and good people in it. But well, all of Savages from north are kicking people out their homes, and all their homes end up with us. He's going to make a check. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's gives a minute. He leads you to a different part of the cave, and here is a locked box, but the lock is open. The kind of thing that would normally be used for holding valuables. And he pops it. Now listen, this is we need this, or if it's got your thing in it, then you can have it back, I guess, because I don't want my head kicked in, but inside this box are reams and reams of coins, jewelry, valuable items alike. A few things that look complex, that you don't know immediately what they are. And there, sitting on the top of it almost at all, is your golden clockwork device. This is this is for, well, all right.
The complex items,
Yes.
do they look clockworkish in any way?
No, they do not. I mean, like sets of crystal put into nets,
Okay.
or
There's not something there.
no, or other arrangements that do look a little bit magical in terms of the inscriptions. You know, things engraved onto pieces of wood. Very ornate things that could be worn as jewelry, but are probably otherwise magical in design as well. Nothing else clockwork that you notice.
I was going to see if my proficiency in Tinkerer's tools could identify any of them, but no. It's all
No,
magic.
worth asking. Yeah. A few other things that are likely to have been stolen and pilfered from around the city. Charms, personal guards, etc., etc. Yeah. Yeah. As you go to close the box, you hear Gronan's voice coming from down the stairs, calling Jethro's name.
Smugglers. These guys are smuggling arms. I don't think these folks are in any state to defend against the Northerners. I'm not. Yeah, not sure. I believe you. I'm not sure they should have these things. Look in this one. You open. Yeah, I'll just tell him to open it again. I'm gonna say my magical hold on this one's about to fall. Don't let him take this crate away with him. That's why I was calling you up. The muscle. Did you find your item? Excellent.
The man you have dominated, Sam, that's only a minute, that casting, isn't it?
Yeah, so it should be running out.
He vomits profusely. You know, green and sickly vomit. It looks like river water.
Why?
Onto the floor. He looks pale and wobbly.
He didn't like it. Okay.
He looks over towards Gronon with a look of absolute revulsion.
Get naked. Cool. You could leave now, I'll say. Oh, actually, what's your name?
Fuck off.
No.
He looks over
What's your
to
name?
Greg. He just turns to leave the shop.
I am going to cantrip him with Mind Sliver.
Okay.
Sam's doing what I did last time when I wouldn't get my fucking bear back.
Mind
Yeah,
Sliver, that's a whiz save again, is it? Or remind me.
This
It's an
level's
int
probably
save.
3d12 or something damages. It's probably going to explode
No,
his
it's
fucking head.
3d6. Sorry, just let it roll.
Oh, I could still
gonna
fuck him
die.
up. Yeah. This is how it starts.
Int save. Here you go.
All it takes is a couple of ice officials in Portland, and all of a sudden, it's people abusing their authority.
10 damage. Just.
10 damage. He grunts, and once again, you watch his legs give away from under him.
Name.
That's a fucking aneurysm.
His knees hit the ground, and then his shoulder, and then his forehead.
I'll just kill him.
You popped an artery in his head.
Sweet.
He's got like fucking 5 health.
These are random people on the street. If that guy had rolled the 18, if he'd made that wisdom save before at advantage, he still would have failed it. They've got negatives on their stats. That's why they're working on a fucking boat carrying crates around.
It's why that.
Why are they arming
fell off the
themselves
roof at the start? It's like, yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just going to go over and just poke him with my staff. Unexpected.
There's a lot of blood out of the nostril.
And then I'm going to turn to the other guy. What's his name again?
Gregory?
Greg.
Gerald?
Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald.
We're going to turn to Gerald and say, see, and you guys think you're going to be able to withstand the Northerners. Take your family and go south, I'm going to say.
His name was Derek.
There's a nice village called Ant.
Is that what he's going to say?
Yeah. He had a family and all.
Well, this is what happens when you try and be brave.
We know a nice village called Ansel. It's got a lot of empty houses.
Don't invite them there.
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
Yeah. Gerald walks back up the stairs to his wife.
What are we gonna do about the fucking body?
Nothing. I'm literally going to do nothing about the body.
Gex is playing the blood price.
He's in a werewolf.
Oh. Well, I've got about $5,000. Does that mean I can kill 400 people? Is that how that works, Jethro?
I can't imagine.
I got to explain economics. Yeah.
I can't imagine Derek's life was worth 50 gold. Probably 5.
See, I am in agreement with Tor.
It's probably. Yeah, see, that code isn't going to his missus.
Well, right, regardless of this, they were criminals. What are we going to do about this?
Get rid of the body.
What are we going to... Yeah, I don't care about the body. What are we going to do with these guns?
Take them,
No.
take the powder, give it to the military. They could probably use it better. Even if it's fucking Caxton's boy.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Right, let's leave. Can I cast Fireball as we leave?
We've already burnt down half the capital. Don't need to blow up half the docks here.
Anyway,
That's
we
a
got your thing.
answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's where they started. Like when we burnt
we
down
got-
half the capital city, it was because of the Sith damser.
Yeah.
Started
Fuck
in
it.
fire,
Is
Yeah,
this
it was.
is this actually cursed? This item?
Probably. That's why Jed's trying to get it away from us.
Causes neighborhoods to burn down inadvertently.
See, a bunch of the other shit was probably useful for spells. As well.
Oh my god, Jed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm
Yeah.
gonna step over his body and mutter under my breath, "Weak."
Obadiah at the pub. You've had a couple of beers now.
Yep.
People are mostly leaving you alone.
That's okay.
You know, Obadiah's
I'm-
quite simply dressed. It's you're not doing anything ostentatious.
I'm unfortunately actually wearing a robe of the Archmagi that is brilliant white and gold embroidery, despite my wanting it to be black, Jed.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting like what's his name? Not Pavarotti. What was that Hollywood kind of famous camp guy?
Liberace.
Liberace. I'm probably sitting more like Liberace in the corner while reading a book in a fucking dockside inn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure things are going great, eating my fish head stew. Yeah. But I am learning the spell.
Just on a side note for next time, can I do whatever the damage is? With a spell.
I'm going to look that up to make a
Yeah.
ruling on that.
I thought it was only, use the flat of a sword or use your fist.
Yeah, I didn't think it was either.
I don't think you can do non-lethal with a spell.
I'm pretty
In
sure
which
you
case,
can
I
do
don't
non-lethal with
care.
Mind Sliver.
Yeah, that's
Give the
true.
poor bloke a fucking aneurysm.
Just
Yeah.
melting someone's brain non-lethally.
I just cause him to have a stroke. It's fine. Mild stroke.
So we use things like gas and stuff.
So, rules glossary, so page 370. When you would reduce a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack, you can instead reduce the creature to 1 hit point. The creature then has their own. No, it's specifically a melee attack. And then has the unconscious condition and starts a short rest.
Guess the only other thing we can do is sleep.
So yeah, you can knock something unconscious with a melee attack, but then beyond that, there are a bunch of spells you could use to put something to sleep pretty unfailingly. At your level, yeah. The sleep spell has its limitations, but eye bite. I think it's eye bite.
I'm not looking for something, Jed. I'm just going to kill people. It's fine.
No problem.
It's easier. Because I wasn't actually playing this, I've taken extensive notes. So Sam, when I get around to writing the book of this campaign, yeah, I'm going to portray Cromnum as a horrible cunt.
He is. Have you not realised?
Yes, he is.
At least 2 murders. He murdered Claxton's mother.
He's not actively working against the party, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not working against you guys.
Yeah, but we only learned we wanted to do that. He was a good guy all along. We just had to learn that we also wanted to join the Communist Party.
Technically, Titus was doing it for the demons.
Titus made a bargain and went on a journey.
A journey to
Titus is no better than the king.
I'm still here.
Absolutely.
I'm
But I think with it being 10 o'clock, we'll leave the session there.
Was it 10? Yeah, cool.
I'm glad that Jethro didn't fail his perception roll at the start of the session. This would have been very different again.
After we failed it last time.
But no. So well done, fellas. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I was under the impression that fuck it, like we could just lose the Sith Damser. I had no attachment to it. One reroll, I didn't think it's that powerful.
Derek would still be alive.
True.
Mm.
Decisions have consequences. Yeah, I could tell when you started talking to Gerald. I could tell. It's like, I'm not trying to murder anyone. It's like, but somebody's probably gonna get murdered.
If that guy hadn't have touched Grondon's nerves, it's true.
But for character growth, I'm going to give inspiration tokens, 1 to Jethro and 1 to Gronon.
Oh, thank you.
And then I think Jamie in particular has asked some very good questions today, including picking up on, hey, Jethro, turn out your pockets. So I'm going to give Tongi an inspiration token as well with that. So those are...
I just love the Jethro, check your pockets, bro. I think you missed it.
He's not used to having things in his pockets, like, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say, I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Well,
we know.
If it had gone much like different, I might have gone on a fucking haywire one as well.
I don't even consider that haywire. It just insulted Grondon. Yep.
I didn't say how big the room was.
It's a fucking cantrip.
Like, I didn't say how big the room. I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Right.
Well done, team. Yeah. Okay.